Welcome! Today we are talking about course feedback. Each term, University of Saskatchewan students provide feedback on their courses. They may have loved a course, or there may have been parts that didn't work for them. Whatever the case, USask experts say thoughtful feedback helps instructors make positive changes for future classes. Course feedback is said to have the greatest impact if students state an observation about the class and then explain how that observation affected their learning. We went to the Saskatoon campus to talk to students about this. Let's hear from our reporter.
I'm here with a student. Moses, can you give me an example of unhelpful feedback?
Sure. How about the class was hot and you need a haircut?
That first part was way too vague, and the second part had nothing to do with how the class was taught, and it was rude. How about a good example of course feedback?
Absolutely. So, if I can recall correctly, I took this class last time and we only had final exam at the end of the class. So there wasn't any individual presentation or mini projects or quizzes along the way.
And how did that affect your learning?
Honestly, I'm a kind of person who value, applying concept. So I felt like if there was mini exams or maybe projects along the way, that could have helped me, maybe presentations and whatnot. So when studying for the final exams, I felt a little bit nervous because I had to memorize everything, and I felt like I didn't even get any feedback along the way. So honestly, I feel like I didn't get what I needed to get from the class. So.
That was a great example of critical feedback, said with respect. Thank you, Moses.
You're very welcome, Fatima.
Back to you, Isabella.
Experts at USask recommend being respectful when providing feedback because cruel, thoughtless comments cause harm. And as always, university policies against discrimination and harassment apply. Instructors will not see who wrote the feedback, but they and other university leaders will see the comments submitted as written. If a student wouldn't feel comfortable reading their feedback to their instructor in person, they should rewrite it. Students are also urged to consider their bias and do their best to take it out of their course feedback. Biases can be based on characteristics such as race, ethnicity, gender, religion, or sexual orientation. USask says the more thoughtful feedback provided, the more positive changes students will see in future classes. That's all for today's episode. I'm Isabella, signing off.